If you've been trying to rent a home, then you probably know how hard it is to do so right now. And I hate to keep saying this, and I'm sure that you're tired of hearing this too, but inventory is still very low. However, it's starting to get a little better. And with there being such high demand, the national vacancy rate is at 5.8%, which is the lowest it's been since last year. So this means that for every 100 rentals, there's around 6 rentals that are up for rent. And as you can imagine, that's not a lot. The thing that I preach to all of my rental clients is that the best way to get accepted into a rental is by being prepared. If you're a renter, one of the things that you can do to prepare yourself is to know and understand the steps that goes into the process of renting a home. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the 10 steps that go into renting a home so that hopefully you can have a better shot in getting your rental application accepted. The first thing that you should do is to decide if renting is your best option. There are significantly more benefits that come with owning rather than renting a home, which I recently made a video on. If you want to check it out, you can click right here. But just because there are more benefits that come with owning a home, that doesn't mean that it's the best option for you to go with. Buying a home is a big commitment to make, and it might be something that you're just not ready for. So please take the time to decide on what the best option is for you. And if you need any advice, then I suggest that you reach out to a realtor. Speaking of reaching out to a realtor, if you decided that renting is the best option for you, then the next thing you should do is reach out to a realtor. Once you've found a realtor that you want to work with, share with them what your wants and needs are so that they'll be able to help you out to the best of their ability. You should also ask them if they work with a lot of renters, because unfortunately there's a lot of realtors out there who don't work with renters because there's less money to be made. So make sure that you're working with a realtor who's willing to put in the time and effort to help you get into a rental, because that's what you deserve. Now that you've shared your criteria with your realtor, they should immediately get you set up on a property search so that you can see how many homes match your criteria, which probably isn't a lot because of how scarce inventory is right now. The best way to increase the number of homes that match your criteria is by only filtering homes out based on their location, price, number of bedrooms, and number of bathrooms. That's it. You want to be as general as you can with your property search, because if you filter out homes based off of, let's say, how many parking spots it has, then there most likely will be fewer homes that match your criteria. And I'm sorry to say this, but now is not the time to be picky about those things. If you need to get into a rental as soon as possible, then you want to give yourself as many options as you can. If you see a couple of homes that you're interested in, make sure that you reach out to your realtor right away to schedule a showing, because if you like a home, then most likely other people like it as well. So it'll be gone before you know it if you're not on top of it. I highly suggest that you don't look at more than 2 to 3 homes at a time, not only for your realtor's sake, but also yours. This is because if you look at too many homes at the same time, then you're almost guaranteed to forget what each home looks like. When you're going on showings, don't get so caught up on the cosmetics of the home, but instead focus on the functionality of it. The most important question that you should be asking yourself is if the home meets your wants and needs. After seeing a couple of homes, you finally found the one. Now it's time to submit a rental application on this home. The application process varies for each rental, but the most common things that landlords ask for is the application itself, proof of income, your photo ID, and the application fee. If you would like to learn more about the things that you may need to include with your rental application, then click here to watch the video that I made on this topic. Congratulations! After what seemed like an eternity, you finally got an application accepted, and hopefully it was for a home that you really like. It's very important that you properly complete these next couple of steps, because it can make or break you getting into this home. Your realtor is obligated to review your lease with you to make sure that you understand what you're signing. Now keep in mind that your realtor is not an attorney, so don't expect them to know the ins and outs of your lease, but they still should be able to point out the key information that's in your lease. If you have questions, and I mean any questions, then please don't hesitate to ask your realtor about it. But if they don't know the answers to your questions, then seek out an attorney for legal advice, because the last thing you want to do is to sign something that you don't understand. The next step that you'll have to do after getting your application accepted is to provide the landlord with the security deposit, the first month's rent, and any other fees that they require. Most landlords usually require these funds to be paid with a certified check or a money order within 24 to 48 hours after your application is accepted. So make sure that you have all of the necessary funds ready to go. Not only do you have to figure out how you're going to move all of your stuff, but there are quite a bit of things that you're going to need to prepare for to ensure that the move-in process goes as smoothly as possible. Some of the main things that you should do prior to your move-in date is transfer all of the utilities to your name, get your internet and cable set up, get the lock to your mailbox changed by the post office, or set up a P.O. box, and lastly, sign up for a renter's insurance policy, for goodness sake. I know that it's been quite a long journey, but don't worry, you're in the final stretch. I did forget to mention one last thing that you should do prior to your move-in date, and that's doing a final walkthrough of the property with your realtor. This is an opportunity for you to make sure that your soon-to-be home looks just the way it did when you first saw it, or to make sure that the landlord has made all of the repairs that they promised to do. After going through all of these steps, you finally made it to the most important one, and that's moving into your new home. Take some time to soak everything in because you absolutely deserve it. And I truly hope that you're able to create many happy memories with your family and friends in this new home of yours. I hope that this video gave you a better idea of the step-by-step process of renting a home. And if it did, then please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to my channel. That's the best way that you can support me, other than working with me as your realtor. If you're looking to rent a home, then please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Renting is such a great option to go with if you're not ready to commit to buying a home. But eventually, you just gotta take that leap of faith, because at the end of the day, every single dollar that you pay for your rent goes to someone else and not you. Owning a home is hands down one of the best ways to build wealth, so while you're renting, please take the time to prepare yourself to buy your first home. And if you would like to learn more about the home buying process, I would love to sit down and chat with you about it. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to see all of you become homeowners one day.